Yeah.
Because that's nothing to do with the back. Yeah. Frozen or brick. What's going on, everybody?
I hope we're not. Are we live for reals?
Yeah, we're live. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought you were
you
done
made
with
me
this.
look stupid,
Give me that.
so
Give me
that's
that. Yeah.
good.
Just give me the soda. Loaded. We're good to go. There we go. All right, people. What is going on? It is time. Everything's off over there. There we are. If I can get this to load, that's better. Tim, how you doing, brother? Sharing is caring. I didn't get to last time because my phone would not load for whatever reason, but today it is. And today we are, gosh dang it, sorry, smoking a very good brand, a very, one you guys might know of because we do talk about them ever so slightly. And it is Family by Loyalty. Let me throw that on the screen real quick. And this is one in particularly good. Oh, all well just work. Yeah, brother, I know how that goes. The working never stops. And this is a Frecky. Do you have the blend on this guy right now?
I do not.
No, I can get the blend on this guy. It's right here anyway. I've got some of these things saved. I think it's time to just make a book of all of them, all the different blends I can possibly think of that we would need to have in one place and put them in that one place. Because there are some that we talk about on a very regular basis, but after a while, the mind just forgets where's what and what is where and what goes to what. So you have all these pieces of the puzzle to multiple different puzzles, and then sometimes you're not even looking for those pieces at all because you're on the wrong puzzle. So I got to actually write everything down. I promise you, I do remember some, but I cannot tell you I remember all of them. That is the big lie if I ever did mention, like, oh yeah, of course I know the blends. Not always. That's a very difficult thing to remember all in your head, but I am okay with that because I can always type this in and get the information.
Now, as I recall, this was our number one cigar of the year for 2022.
That it was.
This is a Frecky by Family by Loyalty. And again, you guys, what you're looking at the picture, is the two that we're smoking, but they're actually the old packaging. They have some new packaging out now. I like it. I like it a lot. But these we got as samples from PC, I believe. Or no, must have been TPE because PCA they had the new packaging. So it's probably TPE. These have been in the humidor for a while. So
Was this the first time we met him samples, or the next time?
No.
Okay,
next time.
That's been a minute, and it's not like it's been that long that we've known each other. It's just that we've been there since pretty much since day one, I would say. Mm-hmm. Like I'm so happy that we got to connect with them, like the moment they started doing their thing, and we were at the show, and not just James over at Sinistro, but a couple of guys told, hey, you're gonna want to go talk to them because they're putting out some great stuff. They got a great attitude, got a great brand that they're pushing. All the pieces are there for something that's absolutely phenomenal. And if you haven't tried them yourselves, I know they're not quite as big on the West Coast just yet, but I know all of you are not on the West Coast. I know that for a fact. Mm-hmm. Try them out. Ask them for your local shop if they aren't there yet. If not, there are websites you can get them at. They do have their new sampler out. It's some wonderful, wonderful stuff. And we are starting again with the Frecky, which is the Mexican San Andreas wrapper over Criollo 98. Binder with Criollo 98 fillers, Corojo, Nicaraguan, and Pennsylvania fillers as well. Sorry, the Criollo Corojo messes me up. I've seen that in multiple cigars. It's a great blend, a great combination, but the words itself do not come out naturally. Hoya Red was a good one. The Hoya Red is good stuff. I'm glad you liked it, brother. Yeah, dang it, what was the other one that they had in there? It was there was a Lancero. If you got the other pack, the Herrera Esteli Lancero, that was a nice one too. Mm-hmm. But you can't go wrong with the Hoya.
Right? There was the two cigars that came in the pack for Stogie Fest, and either one you got, you would not be disappointed. They were both very, very good cigars. So thank you to Drew Estate for supplying those for the event, and thank you to Drew Estate and Oliva for coming out for the event as well. Had a great time. But back to this Frecky now. it was it was a very difficult thing for us to come up with the number one cigar of the year because we only do a single list now. We no longer do our own individual lists, so we have to agree on a lot of stuff. And it was a lot easier when we come up with our own list and argue about whose list was better, who really deserved to be the number one cigar of the year. Um, but I think this past year, 2022 and 2023, I think are going to be easier for us. Obviously, 2022, it came down to our top three cigars, and I think we both decided that uh, this was going to be the number one cigar. I mean, it was hands down between the both of us that this was going to be it.
Yeah, there was contention. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's a bunch of good cigars, but I think we were very concise. Like, this is really high up there the moment we tried it, and then once we weeded through some of the went through some of the weeds, it was a fair and easy choice once we really looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not an easy choice. Was Eduardo's there on the screen right now? I think you made the wrong choice. Get out of here. Go back to the pretty lady. What are you doing?
What's DMZ?
DMZ. I was thinking Dragon Ball Z first, like the what do you call it? Friggin' fighter game that they came out, which was actually pretty fun. Even though I'm terrible at those games. Yeah, what is DMZ?
Sounds like a zombie game.
You just hearing Z, like Z Nation.
Mayan Queen, how you doing? Daniel Park, how you doing?
What is going on?
Hope you guys are doing well today. Hope you guys are smoking something good today.
Oh, which Daniel?
Daniel Park.
Daniel Park. Okay, hey Daniel.
Oh, Call of Duty.
Oh, yes, the DMZ. There we go. There's Warzone DMZ.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw a list of this is gonna get a little nerdlier side of me, but they're like, what's one thing that could go from Call of Duty you wouldn't miss it? And there was Warzone, DMZ, multiplayer. Or no, Warzone, DMZ, campaign, and zombies. And like half the comments are like, I only buy Call of Duty for zombies now.
There's people that only buy it for zombies. There's people that only buy it for
Warzone,
multiplayer online.
Yeah, multiplayer.
But me myself, I like the campaign. I like doing that. I don't like the missions where you have to be a sniper and you have to crawl and shit and like wait for a guy to pass you. Yeah, I've never been that type of player. Like when I was playing Wildlands, I was playing with Robert for a couple days. And he was the type of guy that would like to. All right, you take the northwest position and scout it. I'm gonna go to the southeast and get a sniper position, and then we'll coordinate. And I was like, "Fuck that!" And I ran and just shooting shit. Yeah. And then when we used to play with Nina online, remember Nina from Texas?
Yes, I remember Nina.
We would play Left 4 Dead, and she was the kind of player to wait and see. Well, hell no, we're running through this map. We left her quite a few times, so needless to say, they stopped playing with us. But I like the campaigns. I'm not gonna lie. Oh. I like the option of campaign, multiplayer, or zombies. I hated the alien thing they tried to do with the eggs.
Oh god, they one of the games didn't have zombies like it's not supposed to.
Yeah.
And then instead of like just doing something different, like let's just copy zombies but with aliens basically, and we'll make you run real fast.
Yeah.
I didn't care for that one. I forget what it was called, like Invasion or something.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Rainbow Six did a better job with their alien thing later on, but they're not even comparable. Like it's honestly not the same. I'm just saying stuff.
Not at all. And I will say for all those people that are all about busting doors and killing, yeah.
Yes.
What's the other one? The competition?
Oh, Battlefield.
Battlefield's
cool.
Battlefield is okay. Yeah. I mean, they boast, we were the first ones to fly planes and have vehicles, but the graphics are so much worse.
They tried to catch up, and the gameplay got worse.
Yeah.
Like, I would be fine if the gameplay was perfect and the graphics weren't as good. Like, no problem. Because then you're playing, you're not going to notice after a while of having fun.
Yeah.
But every time a buddy got like, they're still patching stuff. Like, ugh. Yeah, and then you have teams that like, what is it like? 12 or
20 15? Or something in squads of 4 and shit.
Yeah, and
it's weird. Yeah,
aren't you all in the same team? Why in different squads? What is? All right, whatever.
Okay. So back to cigars.
Yeah.
For those of you watching now, I have a question for you guys. Kind of a two-parter. When you guys keep travel cases, like I have here, this is my all-time favorite travel case.
I wonder why.
And I have tons of them, different sizes of the hard plastic, the soft ones that we got from the Freestyle Live kits, bunch of them. Do you keep them loaded with cigars with humidity packs inside of them, or do you only fill them up when you're ready to travel? Um, I keep that with me most all the time in case I need a cigar, so I keep it full every time. And I only take a 5 pack, so when we go somewhere, obviously I want to buy something from that shop. And two,
Yeah.
sorry.
Bless you.
Whew.
Bless you.
Thank you. What do you keep inside of your travel case? So do you keep it full? Do you only fill it when you're ready to go? And what do you put inside of it? How do you decide what you're going to put in it?
Some good questions right there.
So feel free to answer in the comments if you guys will. I would appreciate it. I'd like to know what you guys think.
That is solid questions right there. First of all, I think you're right. You should just keep a pack in there at all times, depending on how many you have. If you have, a dozen plus, maybe you don't need to keep them all full at once.
Right.
Oh, this is my Wednesday inclement weather pack. This is my going out somewhere fancy, but I don't have to dress. It's casual dress still.
Well, I do have a fancy one. I have two. I have
the
two
fancy ones. Yeah, that's different. That's different.
Yeah, I have my Don Doroteo one. That's fancy.
Fucking nice.
And the 20 Acre Farm, the white and red one. That's fancy. And the only reason
the white
I
one.
prefer the 20 Acre Farm over the Don Doroteo, even though the Don Doroteo is in a beautiful leather, is doesn't have a handle.
There's no handle that one.
It has pockets for everything.
No handle.
Matches, lighter, cutter, scissors, cigars, everything. But it doesn't have a handle. And that for me makes it awkward to carry.
I never carry anything that big. It's much larger than the one you just pulled out.
Yeah.
That's the size for me. And I think the all black without the stickers, unfortunately. This is not hating on the stickers. I like the stickers.
Yeah.
But
I would have one sticker.
What? Two stickers. Other side.
Oh, well, that's our sticker.
And writing. Real quick, though, before I answer, Daniel, only when I'm ready to go. Otherwise, they're in my electric humidor. 100% reasonable. Keep them in the safest, most well-conditioned place you can. And then take them out when you have the chance. Totally fine.
So I will show this off real quick. Obviously,
take this off.
I got my Saka Squatch sticker here. I think I was one of the first people to ever have one of these things. This thing's been on there since I got this thing. This thing is years old.
At least 6.
And then
yeah.
This was the very first autograph I got on it. And that was from Texas Farmer. That's Ron Perlman. I actually gave him a Sinistro Mr. Red. And he told me he had just given up smoking. But he said, this looks really good. He's like, I'm going to have this tonight. He was going to be on the show while we were out there. But he ended up having some promotional thing he had to do.
VIP party. He couldn't
VIP party.
Because he was scheduled for the event.
And then on the back, you can see we have our original Bakersfield Gentleman logo, or one of the original ones. And then one of my all-time favorite actresses autographed it for me. So
she's really one of your all-time favorite actresses.
She is. She has a wide range of characters and development, and she really lets it get deep in her role.
Can't argue with any of that.
In case you can't read it, that is Miss Alexis Texas. Sign that for me.
Yeah.
She also gave us a very good interview.
She was really cool, actually. She was really cool. You mumbled through the entire thing.
Well, hell yeah, dude.
Stuttering fool, but it's fine. Eduardo says, when I get too many, I will use larger ones for storage. I use the Drew Estate Undercrown case for when I go out to the lounge. I use my Papas Fritos to carry, cutter, and lighter. Not a bad call. I like that. I will use the soft 3-man for a night out on the town. Also a good call. Yep. I get that. So great idea having it signed. Yeah, I think you should have started with the bigger one, though, because now room is just not going to be... You're gonna need another one for signatures.
Well, honestly, the only one I really want to get on here also is Emilio Rivera. So I have him and Ron Perlman on here.
Oh.
And then I'll start over and get them all signed on a bigger one.
And then Jax and
yeah.
And
well, maybe not Jack. He didn't really smoke cigars or anything. Then neither one of them smoked cigars.
Yeah, but the leader is the next generation. Although he didn't really last very long as far as leading goes, because he got stabbed to death.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. I was gonna say, I don't go larger than the 3 case. I'm with Eduardo on this
lie.
One. What?
That is an absolute lie.
What?
Because you've taken around the big one that we got from Smoke Inn, and you have a rolling case, 2 rolling cases.
So those aren't for out on the town. Those are for events and stuff.
Doesn't matter. You have rolling cases.
I have plenty of cases in different sizes. And yeah, no, I did take the where the hell did we go in Vegas? Oh gosh, the something bar in one of the fancier hotels. With Mike. And,
I think it was the Win.
The Win, yeah. And there's a really cool
or
bar.
Aria, Win or Aria.
One of the two. Either way, very hot cougarish lady hit on her in the elevator. And then we go down to where the floor is, where the casino is. Great casino, really cool spot. Great bar, but the security stopped me for a second because the cases at that state, they kind of look like a gun case.
Remember we had asked at the restaurant too. We stopped for that burger.
At Wahlburgers.
Yeah,
same trip. There? Yeah, I walk around carrying right in front of me like that and everything. Yeah, no, that's one of the reasons I don't really carry those big cases around, because I got asked that at the airport too. But the other guys actually had guns in their cases. Mm-hmm. They were traveling hunters, so it made sense that all the packages were together. Mm-hmm. Mine was the only one that would not be able to stop an intruder.
You might go, oh shit, bro, is that a price cigar right there?
Like, oh yeah, here having that beat him to death as a case. Yeah, that's a good idea. What do you call it?
Yes, the Great Smoke is a fantastic case. I'm really happy he gave those out.
Yes,
I mean he did not, much like Drew State, spare any expense on the swag he gave out for either of the last 2 events that unfortunately we weren't able to attend, but they were able to get the swag from.
I'm really tired of that. I want to go so bad.
But so Mike, what is your ideal case? Is it the hard plastic? Is it the leather? Is it the 3-pack?
I think you're absolutely right, though, when it comes down to what event I'm going to, too. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go to Hogs and Heifers, dive bar, fun, going to drink plenty, but you can smoke there. Hard case, no case at all if I'm just bringing a pack of cigars that are still, like the 5-packs we sell, or Blackbird or Family by Loyalty does their sampler packs. That's totally cool. I don't even need a case at all. I'm going to go to a lounge where you're allowed to bring your own in, but you want to buy, obviously. You want to support the lounge. Mm-hmm. I like the idea of having room for it just in case.
Yep.
Well, at that point, I like to have some on hand that maybe someone in there has never seen, so we can, do a trade or barter or just give away, and then buy some while I'm there anyway. And then I kind of screw myself because I don't like to carry that big a case.
No.
Fancy ones. If you go, the leather is always nice. But then again, with the Eduardo one, they're the soft 3-case ones, the leather pouches that fit right in the pocket.
So helpful.
3 and I'm done. I don't even need a cutter and lighter setup on there. I will cut it with the fingertip no matter where I'm at. I don't mind that. I do probably need to switch up and get a room for a lighter.
I would say that is the one thing about the hard cases and the 3-pack cases that I don't like. They don't have room for a cutter or lighter unless... Sure, it's in the car too. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Unless you have a cigar locker. These I have not seen. I don't think they make them anymore.
Oh, they don't.
And I don't even think they're made by CIGAR. So it's a 10-count holder, and it only goes up to 6 inches, I think, because at the top 2 inches, there's actually a little cubby in there where you can keep your keys and whatnot when you're at somewhere, so you can take them out of your pocket. And then above the cigars, there's actually a little tray that rests inside. I'll bring it for the next show so you guys see what I'm talking about. It's got soft padding. You can put cutters, lighters, matches.
Help me out on this one. Can't you remove that stuff, though, to make it longer? Or is the cubby still there?
That's in the plastic.
The top part comes out.
The top part comes out, correct.
Oh, okay, yeah. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah, the tray comes out, so you put cigars in, and it actually has room for a cutter and a lighter, which I like. I like that. And I like the little cubby. You can put your keys in, or, want to get some stuff out of your pocket while you're sitting down and poking in the legs, whatever.
Yeah.
I like that. And again, I don't think they make them anymore. I was fortunate to find one. My buddy John showed it to me, and he's like, they only got like 2 more. And I'm like, okay, order me one. You order yourself one. And yeah, I don't use it as often as I'd like because, again, it is a little bulkier and it doesn't have a handle.
See, Daniel's plan is good on this part too, though. You put 3 into the 5-pack, you have room for that cutter lighter combo.
Yes.
Depending on what, honestly, any of the 5-packs, usually that'll work. I would love it if they had room for the 5 but I have no problem with that because then you're keeping it compact still. Don't want to carry on something super bulky. That's about as bulky as I like it right there with that 5-pack case. I want a leather brown La Polina rectangular carrying case, but it's too nice to take out. That's
I
another
understand.
problem.
I mean, we've got ashtrays that we really like that haven't seen the light of day. I've got an original Argentino Tobacco Viva La Vida ashtray. We've got the Andalusian Bull ashtray.
Yep.
We've got the Round Oliva ashtray. Um, Speaking of which, finally got my brown Oliva lighter like this one. I'll debut that on Friday.
Oh, I mean Saturday.
Saturday. Sorry. So very happy about that.
That's another. I have forgotten cases in places. Usually
Yes.
there aren't fancy ones because I will lose it. That's another thing that I'm very sad about. Did you get the El Pulpo one yet? No El Pulpo
Not yet.
ashtray.
Not yet.
We're waiting. It'll happen.
And I actually have a picture of us in Vegas. I had a case. I don't know whether it was a 3-pack case or a hard case like this. We met up with the couple there. He writes books or she writes books. Somebody was a book writer in the couple. And we're drinking with them, taking shots and smoking cigars at the bar. And we just randomly walked into this hotel. Like, we never go to this hotel. And he's like, "Oh, this is such a nice case. I got to get me one of those." I just gave it to him. He's like, "Oh, I can't." I was like, "Bro, I got tons. Don't worry about
it. It was Flamingo or Tropicana.
it." Tropicana.
I don't know why we were there.
We were just walking. Like, "Oh, I've never been in here. Let's go in."
Yeah. Why the heck were we in that area?
Oh, we were drunk.
Yeah, it was drunk. And now I remember. Because on the other side, there was a dude there for a wedding or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm just hanging out. I'm here by myself for tonight. And then the rest of the party gets tomorrow or something. About flights.
Yeah.
That was where I had the Dragon's Milk beer with oh my gosh, what else do we have that night? There was a bunch of weird stuff. That bartender was good though.
But they had a lot of interesting drinks on their menu. I remember that. So we had a lot of stuff. There was a lot of good choices on there. So thank you to the Flamingo or Tropicana, whichever one it was.
Tropicana, I'm pretty positive it was Tropicana. But either way, it was that was an interesting night. It is a nice little gift. Remember you buy situations. There you go.
Yeah.
Hopefully he remembers. There was we're not the only ones drinking. I will say that right now. There was plenty of others. Damn.
So if anybody wants to take a guess onto what I have in my travel case, I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. And I will give you this. I don't carry my own cigars in my travel case. I keep all our prize cigars in the bigger cases when we take those around. So if that helps you any.
That's going on screen right there. I took some cigars to a wrestling show in Wisconsin, and Sabu liked my torch lighter. So the homicidal wrestler asked, "You say yes." I agree with that. That's a good call. You can't buy moments like that. That just happens. What's what I'm looking for? Organically, and in those moments where you ain't gonna get them again. That's just crazy. That's awesome. Definitely Oliva Milano. I would say say yes to that. It really depends where I'm going, though. If I'm going to take something very, very specific, if I'm going to a place where they don't sell cigars and it's really just to hang out and relax, take whatever. There's so many good cigars out there. I mean, you got 6 companies on screen right now, 7 on screen right now that have some phenomenal stuff. I would take a handful of any one of those and not be sad. And that's not even a quarter, not even probably a tenth of the companies that I would recommend. Just so many good cigars out there. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? Sin Compromiso, another great one. For myself, the Mi Querida, the original, would probably be my first Saka in there. But he's no longer allowed on this show. He will no longer support the Saka brand because he's not willing to come to my wedding. Doesn't matter that I'm single and that probably no woman would ever marry me. I don't care what he says. That's just neither here nor there. How dare he know that what do you call it, fact about me?
I will give you guys this hint.
GTO, yes.
2 of the cigars in there are show sponsors. 2 of them in there are show supporters. Meaning they'll send us stuff, but they're not a sponsor.
Like a partner.
Like a partner, yeah, show partner. And the 5th one in there is just always in there. I don't know if I'll ever smoke it.
Why do you put it in there then?
Because one time I'm gonna have that perfect moment where it's like, this is it.
No, you're just taking up space in there at that point. I'm disappointed in you on that one. Some type of Sinistro, excellent call.
Rusty, how you doing? Thank you for joining us.
Actually, all the ones mentioned on here are phenomenal calls. GTO, La Cura, or what's the one that you go for first?
I like the anesthesia. That's my favorite. Sorry, that's followed closely by the painkiller.
Painkiller is great.
So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna open this up.
Show them off. All right.
So, I have a boost in here, so you can see it hasn't turned blue yet. So we're still good. So for our show sponsors, I've got the El Pulpo.
Oh, that box press goodness. Oh man.
Actually, I have today's cigar.
Ha, nice. Hey, you can't hog all those.
And then for show supporters, I've got the JC Newman. This is the Maximus.
Oh, wonderful too. I thought you would have the Black Diamond in there.
I'm running out.
Oof.
And then I have the Mr. Desperado from Sinistro. If you guys have not had this yet, you guys need to try it ASAP.
They are
a fantastic cigar.
Shipped or shipping right now, so they should be in your area very soon.
And this is the cigar that I keep in here that I don't know if I'll ever smoke because I'll probably never find it again. They're no longer sold here in the U.S. This is the Balmoro Oscuro XO Anejo.
So good though.
Somebody posted one. I think it was Not Gentleman Cigar Group. What's one cigar that you wish you would have bought more of? And I put Balmoro.
For myself too, that'd be the Cornelius and Anthony lineup.
Well, the Giannis. Send us a couple. They're still in there. I just saw them today.
Right there in the Drew Estate saving humidor because I don't want to smoke them right now because I don't want to lose them. Smoked a band. Speaking of the Gianna, I got Peter right there. Smoked a Bandolero tonight. Excellent call. Great stuff by United. Feather Serpent's a good one too. Haven't found one yet. Waiting for Coleman to do an event somewhere nearby. Smart move. They are worth the hunt. Don't worry. I honestly think you're gonna love that cigar. It's not in the usual wheelhouse of Sinistro as far as strength goes, but flavor, quality, construction is just on point. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And if you're looking for something of their offerings that is more mild, I'm not gonna say it's mild, but it's definitely not heavy. That might be what you've been looking for. If that's something that you're looking to get into. A comment. Come on, pop up from here. I'm scrolling away those Noirs and Rush cigars since they aren't around anymore. Or are they? No, they aren't. I can't even get them made anymore. That it breaks my heart. But gotta keep them.
Yeah, save those up, people. Those are no longer be found anywhere. If you got them, you are definitely lucky. Did someone say noir?
Oh man, I did love that too.
Yeah,
that was another. I mean, I probably smoked too many of them, but it came out during the pandemic. We first had an idea to make some right before. The idea to go to the DR was like right outside the cusp of when the lockdown happened. Like okay, on this day, whatever day that was, like we'll start planning and getting the passports and whatnot. Then things locked down, thinking, okay, we'll put all the plans back by a month. We'll save a couple bucks, whatever. All of our work shut down almost completely, if not all of it, I think at one point. And then the world closed down. And it's is what it is. Did you rebrand the Noir as El Pulpo? Oh, wow. I wish I could say that. I cannot. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Noir. But those El Pulpos, oh gosh, oh man. Woo.
Sorry, I'm just looking something up really
quick. No worries. So, while he's doing that, not this Saturday, but next Saturday is the 7-year anniversary show. And that is going to be at a 2:00 time because we do have an event that night as well here at the lounge. So I just want to get that on camera right now. I'm going to make an event page for it too, just so we can have it out there. So the time will not be as, lately it's been very difficult with the new job, trying to get everything together. This is going to be at 2:00 next Saturday will be the 7-year. Yeah, thank you, Peter. Our time, yes, Eduardo. PST, yes. Excuse me, oh my gosh. There is a cornhole tournament event here.
Yes.
That is the end of the month event, yes. We unfortunately could not make it to the Cigars for Warriors one that we go to, the back to school event every year. Family stuff, it does happen. I'm just glad everything's good, now, at least for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of everyone getting back to 100%. So very happy about that. But another event coming up. There's always more events coming up. I would love to hear more about the ones in your neck of the woods too, guys. I would love. I think I pitched this idea to you too before, to get lounges involved, where we have a network of lounges throughout the country that we can recommend.
Right.
At any given moment, because I can tell you about Cigars and More and Vintage Havana and Ridgecrest, or Dino's spot, Expose in San Diego, 3-in-1, amazing, friggin' Lord Puffer, or any of the one, LTD, Masfinos, I like that one too. Modesto Cigar Club, any of the ones in Vegas. It's really limited travel. If when I'm thinking about it, like our bubble is great for our own purposes. That 4-hour travel window is amazing. There's a lot of great stuff in there. That doesn't help anybody outside that bubble.
Nope.
So I would love to have connect. If you want to have a cigar lounge owner that would like to call us and talk about it, maybe we can have them on camera, do a tour, and then mention the events. All they got to do, any of them, honestly, if they're willing to promote themselves, we want to help them too.
Yep.
To have them message the show, we'll promote their events, even if it's not in our neck of the woods. Someone might be watching that could benefit from that knowledge. I see those comments all the time, like, "Hey, can you recommend a lounge near this airport or in this city? I'm going to be there for a weekend." Just want to make a full list to completely get it on there. Anniversary was the 4-year. Damn, 4-year. I forgot it was even going to be. I thought it was 6 years this year. I'm behind myself a year. 2 lounges in Philly I recommend are Holtz / Ashton's and Lou Liga's. What do you call it? Yeah, but everyone hates him. He said it himself. How do you recommend?
You got the neon sign too. I think that was cool.
That was a good idea, and I don't get why he went with it. I hate Lou Liga, but I like that the brand that he's trying to create. I think, or that he has created, not trying to. I thought that was a really smart marketing, and he goes full into it. So I think that's really cool. And I think he said he was going to have a WrestleMania party there. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
If I had the money to make that, I would absolutely make that.
Yeah,
that sounds cool.
That was like from here cigar event to here cigar event, because there's so many cool ideas like that could be done. More guys need to do stuff like that. Lou's doing an awesome job with that stuff.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea. I really could in Philly that year.
Yeah. And you know what? Instead of going there and spending much money, he's going to make money and watch still and have a great time with everybody. 2 smart moves in one awesome night.
Just a quick, I don't know which one, tip for this Saturday, guys. We're going to be smoking some San Andreas wrapped cigars. And I tell you this because we're also going to be pairing it with Stone Chocovesa, which is an imperial stout inspired by Mexican hot chocolate. So we're going to use a Mexican wrapper with a Mexican hot chocolate inspired imperial stout. Probably get the all Mexican, the Nicaraguan, and the Connecticut versions of the Casa 1910s in there. Those will probably be what we're smoking, but there might be a few other cigars in there with San Andreas or Mexican tobacco in them. So if you guys want to join us and let us know what you guys think. Actually, you know what? We should probably just do the Casa 1910s. That way everybody knows right now in case they want to get
easier.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you guys want to grab a Casa 1910, whether it be the original, the Nicaraguan version, or the Connecticut version, not Connecticut, sorry, Dominican version, with some Chocovesa and smoke and drink along with us this Saturday, it'd be a lot of fun if you guys could do that. Let us know your opinions on if you think either of them pair with each other.
If that doesn't work out, could we recommend, say, Trust the Process, another San Andreas?
We can. But the first original 1910's all Mexican. That's why I recommend it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll do those 4 cigars. The 3 Casa 1910s and the Trust the Process. So if you guys want to get a hold of such Trust the Process, make sure you get a hold of us. So we can send it to you, hopefully within the next day or so. I don't know if it'll make it. Unless we expedite shipping.
We can send it tomorrow at 11 o'clock. That's as early as I get lunch. That sounds so dumb for that. I'm sorry. But yeah, we can send it at that time if you don't have them on hand. Daniel Swangahoya de Monterrey, excellent call.
Nice.
And yeah, Eduardo, those friggin' WrestleMania tickets have become not unlike what the hell is that event people go to in Coachella, get all the STDs, or honestly, San Diego Comic Con. I don't mean to crap on some really fun events. I'm sure people have a great time at Coachella. It's not really my scene. I'd love to go to San Diego Comic Con, but not those friggin' prices. I'm not get trapped in mud. It's dumb. Look at me. I'm a hippie inside the desert. Oh no, I can't get out of the desert. Weirdos. No, I'm sorry. I hope they're okay if they got out. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, they've grown so big for themselves that they're just it's you're hurting your own fan base, but they're also willing to pay it. So I don't know who has to break first. Like, are you going to outprice all of your fans, or are you going to not have the event grow and lose money? So which one's first?
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to not make money off WrestleMania.
No.
A good thing about WrestleMania week is all the indie shows running in the area that's pretty cool too. MJF or Samoa. Oh shit, I want to watch that. Damn it. It was easier when we could go on earlier. I apologize.
Yeah, it was.
But
so
I'm still a huge Samoa Joe fan, by the way.
Tell me your thoughts, Mike, on the 2002 Facial German Cigar of the Year, the Frankie by Family by Loyalty.
Oh, well, first of all, it's pairing very well with my Coke Zero. That's just a given for anyone who might be wondering. Is some nice spice to it, not overly spicy. I'm not talking red pepper or chili flake spices. I'm talking a coffee with cinnamon spice, some chocolatey notes right there, some leather, has that little mineraliness from the San Andreas wrapper right there. Another San Andreas. I think we might need to embark away from San Andreas once in a while. We smoke a lot of those lately. That's what I had on Monday at the Underground 10. That was a San Andreas wrap as well. But they're just so phenomenal, and I think it's so much flavor out of them. I would recommend them all day long. But construction-wise has been phenomenal. Smoke output has been great. It's really, oh man, how do I put this? I'm trying to make like a poem for this cigar, basically. Try to capture its true essence. The amount of phenomenal I'm getting right now cannot be understated.
Well, it's an AJ Styles cigar.
Yeah, it is. It is truly phenomenal. Yes, it is a P1 cigar, phenomenal one. Not what the hell is the brand? Does the M1 and that factory overruns? Not that one, but P1 like as in AJ Styles.
Lorenzo, how you doing, brother? Thank you for joining us.
And Eduardo, absolutely, yeah. In fact, there was another Daniel. I think it was Martin. I'll touch up on this corner. Who was looking for those sample packs they make? I gotta call what's his name and find out where they ship them to, so we can recommend. Yeah, I gotta call Alan and see where we can recommend people to go to get them. I know we didn't get them in our neck of the woods, not yet, but it will happen sooner or later. Hey, Lorenzo, how you doing? But they did a you saw it. I mean, you saw the sample pack. It's if you know Blackbird, quite a bit like theirs, where you get a little bit of everything from the company. Now Blackbird's got so many, I don't think they can do that in such a small pack, which is not a problem. But when they first came out with those, I think we both agreed, just a great idea.
I love the idea. Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, we'll hit up Alan and figure out where the heck to get those sample packs, because not just for guys trying out for the first time, but for people who like the brand, that might be a wonderful way to get a little bit of everything without trying to have to. I want to buy a box, but I want the, what do you call it? Variety. So you're still showing some good support and buying a good amount of cigars. And I bet you get a better price, obviously, when it comes in those sample packs. I think everyone tries their best to do that. When you buy more cigars, you get a better deal. That's just across the board. Yeah. I don't know anyone who doesn't, except for maybe the super expensive ones. Like I don't think you can get a box of the unicorns from Saka. I don't think they have one. But you'd be looking at $1,000 box. I'm sure it would be a 10 count. I'm thinking, or you're still looking at, I think it's 3,300 for the 10 count box of the new Olivas coming out. I think that's what
3,800 here in California.
3,800 here in California. So you're not getting a price break on certain cigars, but those ones are so limited, so rare. And I think you have to have purpose behind why you're getting them. I think it's one of those situations. So If you do, send us some pictures though. I would appreciate that.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Send us some pictures of that stuff. It's fantastic to see.
How many of those boxes are you getting?
12.
12 bucks. That's it. Oh, okay, I thought it'd be more for some reason.
12 is my limit.
Yeah. They're not V's though, you know that, right?
No, they're not.
They are not. Yeah, I just want to make sure you know it's not Milano. So yeah, just in case some confusion. Gosh dang it, what was I gonna say though?
What was I say? I'm gonna say a few words, if you don't mind.
Please.
How about that drive-in? Guess that's why they call it Sin City. No, anyways. So as Miguel spoke on the flavors and notes he was getting from the cigar, I'm gonna touch on the construction of the Frecky from Family by Loyalty. Alan has done a fantastic job of using a quality um, team behind him to roll these cigars. It is very well rolled, no soft spots, nice, not soft, but giving firmness, I would say, to the cigar itself.
Yeah.
And that's obviously because how we stored them properly. But fantastic draw on the cigar. Great smoke output, as you guys can see. No issues on tunneling. No issues on, well, for me, burn. Mine's a straight line right now.
A little corner. I shouldn't want to let it get crazy. Sometimes you don't need to do that.
Right.
You really don't.
As far as ash, solid white ash that I am tapping off just because, again, I don't want to drop it on camera. And yeah, you can't. You'd be hard pressed to find a cigar that's constructed better than something like this. I mean, this is people using top notch rollers to do their stuff. So, if you guys wonder about the construction side of things, fantastic job, Alan.
Yeah, could not agree more. Could not agree more. There's something to be said about the generations of knowledge going into that stuff, and then teaching new people who are coming in. Because from one of the bigger issues in the industry across the board, no matter what country you're going into right now, it looks like quality workers is being a big issue. Because these guys, when you train to learn this kind of stuff, it's all artisan. It's very difficult work. But once you get it, obviously, like, okay, you probably muscle memory, it goes a little bit smoother. But to get to that level, you got to do a lot. You have to do it consistently, and right off the bat, you have to do it nonstop. They're making so many cigars a day, depending on which blend, which size and shape they're doing. Some of them take longer, obviously, so they make less a day. Gosh, like what would be an example? The Andalusian Bull. It's a much different shape, so you make less.
Two people that roll those.
Yeah, see right there. So the need for more skilled workers has been being outpaced, or the skilled workers, the demand for them is being outpaced by the actual amount. And then you have other places like Haiti that are trying to get.
I was just gonna say Haiti, trying to lure some of the Dominican skilled laborers over to their side of the island, start their production. So it's hard all over, Dino, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. I mean, there was oh gosh, what was the Joe Rogan episode? There's a gentleman who does studies on generations of countries and across the world and how that affects global economy, culture, and government, how they interact with each other. So political ties and whatnot. On just the fact, like, everybody right now is getting turned upside down, where there's so many old people versus younger people, because people are breeding a lot less than they used to.
Right.
They're having less kids. That sounds weird, breeding. We're having less kids across the globe, pretty much. Some areas aren't as bad. For instance, India is still on a plus ratio.
James, thank you for joining us. Gallo, thank you for joining us.
Hey, what's up, guys? We are still on a small increase, but other places like China was on like a 20% decrease, and Russia was on a huge decrease. And obviously there's reasons for that, but the bottom line is you have to have younger people to refill those job positions. You have to have younger people who are being trained by older skilled people
or robots.
I mean, well, you need to train people to work on the robots, to have the robots work to train the new people. Like they talk about the kids today are learning about jobs for the future that aren't there yet.
That's crazy to think about.
Like, think about not just Elon Musk, but the people who are running Tesla for him. doing all the other work that he doesn't do himself in his brain because I think he's an alien or something. But the rest of the group, they were training for that company that was not there when they were going to school, most likely.
Right.
Like the people who built Google or Apple were working towards something that to us is completely essential to how we run. Like we're using 3 different Apple products right now. Friggin' Amazon use it all the time.
Yep.
A lot of those people, at least in the beginning, there was no what's the word I'm looking for? There was no bridge. There was no map to that. They had to make it. That's insane to me. What is going on, brother? Checking in over on YouTube. I just want to point that out as well. If you guys would like to, don't forget you can watch on YouTube if you'd like. You can also watch on Twitter if you do me a favor and follow us over there, or X now, I guess, whatever. But you can't comment. It is live, but you can't comment on X. So I'm trying to figure out how to fix that. Because if Tucker Carlson can be on there, doing whatever he does, and I'm not against Tucker Carlson. I'm just saying if he's doing it, why can't we do it?
So true.
Let's make it happen.
So true.
So the same is true for the tech industry as it is for any industry that requires skilled labor. Someone's got to train to do those positions. And it's kind of shitty to think about, but a lot of people are really poo-pooing all of the skilled labor work. You always get told, you always hear in the news, go to your 4-year. All this, no one wants to. What's his name from Dirty Micro?
Yeah,
Micro. Nobody wants to take his advice. Like, hey, you could be making 60, 70K a year after 6 months of training at a trade school, and you will not have the debt that you are sitting on with other places.
So
and if you like that kind of work too, obviously, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's guys like the IT department that I work with, a new job, absolutely love their jobs. They're young dudes, just getting into it. So it's not
good career to have.
What's the next step for them? Because that's just like stepping stone 1, I bet you. Maybe some of them will stick with it, career path right there, but they might be moving on to bigger and better things.
Absolutely.
So it's very hard, and it's very exciting to see where all these things can go. Because I think there'll still be a need for artisan work. No, absolutely. But for the artisan work that goes into cigars, whiskey, paintings, art is not going to completely go AI right away.
No.
And I think there'll always be a section for human creativity to make it go further. You're not going to get a John Wick, I think, by putting it into an AI system.
What was the one? South Park? To get the balls from the manatee?
Oh, the Family Guy one. How they make Family Guy jokes.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of random nouns and verbs.
Yeah, and then the manatee.
He's like knocks them over there. Oh, it's a perfect joke. Put it in. Write it down.
I don't know why that popped in my head right now.
It doesn't work that way though,
Obviously it does. That guy's been around for a long time.
I don't think that's really how they do it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You can ask McFarlane, right? Ask him, see what he has to say about that. Maybe he has a whole team of manatees we've never heard about.
You can't spell manatee without McFarlane.
Really? Anyway,
that's all I got for today.
I'm gonna leave it at that. You can't spell manatee without McFarlane. My God, guys, we will see you Saturday. As Frankie mentioned, don't forget, if you'd like to join us on what we're smoking, Casa 1910 by any choice of them would be a great call. Get yourself a trusted process. Basically, you're looking at Mexican San Andreas attached with a great beer from Stone Brewery, the Chocovesa. It is a Mexican hot chocolate inspired stout, right?
Yes, it is. It's an imperial stout inspired by Mexican hot chocolate from Stone Brewery. We'll also make one of my favorite beers, the Arrogant Bastard. I want to see how they're going to pair up, The spices you get from the Mexican hot chocolate should be very similar to some of the spices you're going to get in a San Andreas cigar. So we'll see how they go. Hopefully you guys will be able to pick some up. I know they have them at our local Bevmo. So if you guys want to find some Chocovesa, try your local Bevmo, or maybe even Total Wines or Wines and Spirits.
I would assume so. They're pretty widespread now. Look for the bottle, not the can.
I don't think they make bottles anymore.
Shit,
just cans.
I mean, that's so good. The I don't know. There's something different about the bottle.
It does hit a little different, but they got what they got, and we'll deal with it.
We got to get someone on who knows proper how brewmaster, proper one, to see why that is so much different. I would love to hear the actual explanation, not just my guesstimate on it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, guys, we are going to go. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Hope your fantasy teams are doing good. Mine isn't. Dennis, how you doing, brother? Yeah, that's all I got.
Yep. Thank you to Apostate, Artisanal del Tobacco, Cigar Heritage Festival, GTO Cigars, Family by Loyalty Cigars, Kiki Momo Cigars, and Artisa Cigars sponsor the show. We will see you guys on Saturday. Y'all have a good rest of your week.